Step 1, wake up early, gonna rise with the sun. Step 2, get some good, some food in you. Step 3, think real hard about what you want to be. Step 4.
Hey guys, welcome back, or welcome to my channel. So for today's video we are going to be continuing on the ACOTAR series, and we're going to start with A Court of Wings and Ruins, and then we're going to read A Court of Frost and Starlight as well in this vlog. So on the back of this one it says, Feyre will begin vengeance. She has left the Night Court and her High Lord and is playing a deadly game of deceit. Her former lover Tamlin is making deals with Feyre's enemies, and she is determined to uncover his plans. But can she make him believe she has come back to him when every fibre of her being yearns for Rysand? As mighty armies clash, Feyre will discover she is not the only one hiding something, and as the web of secrets, lies and betrayals is revealed, fighting for the truth may cost Feyre and her court the ultimate price. So I'm so intrigued to get started on this one and read this one, because I've been left wanting more after Court of Mist and Fury. That was just, oh my god, so much. But yeah, I'm gonna edit the last vlog first, get that up and going, get that scheduled, so then that's all done, and then yeah, we're gonna get started on this one. I've got my Criminal Minds on, as always. And yeah, I will give you guys an update around the 100-page mark, I'll say, unless something really big happens, but we'll see you around then. Okay, so I've just got to part 2, chapter 11, so it's just under the 100-page mark. But oh my god, so much has already happened. Like, my brain is struggling to keep up with everything that is going on. I can't remember how you say her name, I don't know. But the High Priestess has come back, trying to get forgiveness. Jurian and 2 Fae's commanders have arrived to scout out the wall, and let's just say it's been interesting. Feyre's been plotting and putting little things into people's minds and putting things into action. She's still refusing Tamlin, but not in an obvious way. She's still playing along. And then we got to them going to the last spot on the wall to scout it out, and they've all gone. And Feyre has put in place her final little plot, and has planned to leave to return to the Night Court, when she stumbles upon Iantha, the High Priestess, forcing herself upon Lucian. She's literally got him like strapped down and everything. So she's sort of taking kindly to that, even though, you know, he's played a part in all her traumas. And yeah, she's pretty much tortured the High Priestess. And then it turns out that the two commanders, the Prince and Princess, figured she was plotting and was slowly poisoning her. Poisoned her like earlier in the day, to weaken her, but they have fought and killed them, her and Lucian. Vera still put into the minds of the High Priestess, you know, what to say about why they are dead. But she's then continued to go into night court, but guess who's tagged along? No other than Lucian, Elaine's mate. So we've just got to them going through the cave, or the door as they call it, to the Autumn Court for safety while they recover. And yeah, it's getting good. It's getting really good. Really, really good. But I need some sleep. Oh, I always need sleep. If you guys have watched any of my videos for a while now, you know, I always need sleep. But yeah, so I'm gonna get some rest. I will pick the book up again tomorrow and obviously update you guys tomorrow. I don't know how long the second part is. Could be a long part. I always find when books do them in parts, they tend to do the first part really short, then they do second part which is really long, and then the third part which is like really short. That could just be me. I've noticed that it may not even be all books, but just what I've noticed. But yeah, anyway, I will read some more tomorrow. Take you guys again. This book is just short of 700 pages, so it may take me a while, but I don't have any plans tomorrow. I don't think, unless I've forgotten anything. So my entire day tomorrow will be spent reading this book, and hopefully I can get a good chunk read. We shall see. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it there for the night, and I will update you guys tomorrow. So I've been reading all morning, kind of, but I'm starting to feel a bit rough, so I'm gonna have a sleep. But I wanted to update you guys of where I am. So I'm on chapter 17, 172. And yeah, so where I left it with you guys last night, they were just entering the Autumn Court. So they've travelled through, and I won't say stumbled upon, but Lucian's brothers found them, and tried to take them back to court. And yeah, so they Feyre's like released her powers that she got from Lucian's father, and they've done a run, and then they got to the Winter Court, and Lucian's brothers followed them and were still trying, and they were in the middle of fighting when Cassian, don't quite know how to pronounce his name, and Azrael arrived, and fought them, and Feyre chose not to kill them. She told them to stop and to go back, and yeah, they've then, obviously, she's then announced that she is the High Lady of the Night Court, and let's just say a bit of fear in their faces. But yeah, so then Cassian and Israel have taken them back to the Night Court. Ice wasn't there to start with, but when he arrives, you can just feel the tension between him and Feyre, and like the longing and the desire from so long apart. So they had a bit of a reunion, if you know what I mean. read it, it got a bit spicy. And now I'm at the point where they are been up to the House of the Winds, where her sisters are staying and being kept safe. Nesta isn't just full on angry mode, just not happy. You can see the tension building between her and Cassian. And she's then gone to see her of Starlight, and she's just like a shell of herself. Like, she's just not who she was, and she just keeps on saying she wants to go home, and that she's due to be married next week and all that. So it's been left now at the point where all the inner circle have met up, and so Lucian's going to be staying in the House of Winds as well. But they've left him there while they've gone off to all meet up the inner circle and discuss their plans, and they're hoping that they've put into place enough distraction for the other continents that they won't come over and be part of the war and be part of Ivan's army and allies. So they're hoping that they can then fix the wall before anything else happens. So I've left it at that point. And yeah, this booze as well. Rise has said he's putting invitations out to all the High Lords to come in 2 weeks for a meeting, just to see if they can form allies to have people fight for them, because if they don't, they have a very big chance of losing the war. So that is sort of where we're roughly at. Like I said, I'm really struggling, I'm quite headache, I'm quite tired, so I'm just gonna have a little sleep, have a little nap, then wake up and finish and do some more reading, and hopefully my aim by the end of the day is to probably hopefully get good halfway through, if I can. I'm gonna try. But yeah, I just wanted to update you guys with where I am so far, but I'm loving it. I'm really enjoying this series a lot more than I really thought I was. I was worried that the hype was going to be a bit too much, I wasn't going to enjoy it. But I am. So yeah, I'm going to leave it there, and I will catch you guys up later once I've read some more. Hey guys, so I'm further along. Not as far along as I hoped to be at this point, but I'm further along. So I'm on 291, chapter 28, and where did we leave off? Left off trying to send out invitations for the meeting. Right, what's happened since? I actually can't remember. Oh my god, my brain has gone blank. I know Cassian and Vera have gone to the prison to talk out to the carver and find out about letting them out to be on their side. That's happened. Nesta's been training with Amren, testing out her powers. Lane's still a shell of herself, but they have moved them now from the House of Winds down to the townhouse. They all stay in the townhouse, even Lucian as well. They have been to the Court of Nightmares. I've got Kia on their side, but they've also now got Ezra on their side, which is Lucian's older brother. So at the moment, there's been a bit of a rift between them, because nobody knew what was happening except for Rose and Israel as well. So yeah, that's where we're sort of at the moment, and they're in the moment where they think that Elaine may have gone mad but insane after what she was put through in the cauldron. So Vera's asked for a healer to come to just give her a check over to see and stuff. But yeah, and obviously Ryson's a bit mad and upset more, I would say, obviously of what he's had to do, and that he's upset more and hurt more. So yeah, that's sort of a gist of what I've read. But I generally, for some reason, my mind has just gone completely blank on what I was reading. But I think it's because I did have a bit of a stop from reading before updating you guys. But yeah, for some reason my mind just went blank. But I know those are the main points of what I've read. But I am loving it. I'm really enjoying it. I know even though I said I drew a blank, but on the whole I am loving it. I think it's just because I'm having a bit of a rough day. I'm not feeling great today, so I think my brain's just a bit sluggish and that, so, but yeah, other than that, I am loving it. I'm loving the characters. Some of them are a bit more complicated, but on the gist of whole, I am loving them. Sorry, I'm watching Criminal Minds again. But yeah. Like I said, I'm loving the characters, the less complicated ones, and I'm loving seeing Farah and Rysand's like relationship grow and build, and like this foundation build up, like of support, building up themselves. You know, they're building that relationship brick by brick and stabilizing it and making it strong, which I think is really nice to see, and I don't feel like you ever really see it that too often. But yeah, I'm enjoying it. Ezreal and Moore still got that tension between them, and I'm like wondering what's happened there, and I really want to know what's going on there. But yeah, and obviously Casey is still very protective over Nesta. But I'm intrigued to see what that one goes as well. And obviously, if Lucian and Elaine ever, go through their relationship, if Elaine accepts it. And yeah, I am going to do some more reading before I go to bed though, so I'll probably give you guys another update before I fall asleep, because I do want to read some more. I'm really enjoying it, so I just want to keep reading it. But yeah, it's a little update for you guys. Not the best of updates, because for some reason I just think it's a rough day for me today, and I do have these days, but I don't show them very often because it's not something I like to put out there, but at the end of the day it is my life, it is what I have to go through. But yeah, like I say, I will update you guys again a little bit later, and my voice is now starting to go, so I'm gonna come off. So I've read some more. I think only a couple of chapters. And so Farah's obviously training with Israel learning to fly, and she's getting a bit down about it. Israel shared like a really nice story with her about Miriam, and she's now more determined, and it's nice to see that friendship blossoming, because you don't really see much as you don't really get to see much of his personality, so it's always nice when you see those bits coming through. And of course, favourite Rise, having the spicy scenes, and so I really must put those in there. But yeah, so it's nice to see all those, and Lucian's attempted to try and help Elaine, and he said he can feel that bond, and he's tugged at it, and it did scare her, and it scared her off a little bit, so obviously Nesta wasn't happy about that. And obviously she's still training with Amram, but it's nice to see that Lucian and Elaine's relationship might just now be starting to take off, so I'm being intrigued to see. But the healer said there was something wrong, which is why they're trying it with Lucian, so yeah, I'll leave it where it is because I'm a little tired again, but I'm on chapter 30, so I'm a good 45% of the way through, so hopefully tomorrow, I probably won't finish it tomorrow because there's still quite a bit to go. Just under 400 pages, so I'll probably won't do it tomorrow, but hopefully I'll get a good chunk of it, so yeah, I'll see you guys again tomorrow. guys, so I'm officially halfway through Court of Rings and Rose now, and what's happened in the bit since the last thing you knew is they've had another attack happen in Valeries. They had it in the big library. Hybern has sent people after Nesta. Nesta is the person he's actually going after because she took something from the cauldron, which is what's making the cauldron not be able to work fully and do what he needs. So he sent two people after her, and it happened that Feyre was obviously with her. So there's this thing of like there being something down in the deep pit of the library, and only Cassian has seen it, and it even frightens him. But what happens is that this thing actually saves Feyre, but she had to make a bargain for it, and that bargain is to have them send someone for him, for that thing to talk to and talk about life. But there's no saying who it is, there's no time frame to it, so that is that. But with all this happening, something has clicked, so they now know what is like wrong with Elaine, and that is that she's a seer, so she sees things that are going to happen. That she saw these two people come in, she's seen what happened to the first queen that went into cauldron after Feyre's sisters, and what happened to her. So she's seeing things that are happening, and you know, she's now seen something else, and they've obviously now are using that to their advantage. And Lucien has volunteered to go and find out the 6th queen, because she was the only queen that didn't show, because she was sold out by the other queens. I mean, she was cursed. So Lucien is now on a mission to go and find this 6th queen and try and save her, because her and any force that she have could be what helps them to win this war. In the time of that happening and going off, Hybern has attacked the Summer Court, which is quite interesting. They obviously weren't expecting it, and that they seem to think that Hybern's obviously put this attack on them in their court to pull their focus away and distract them from what his real plans was, which was to attack in the Summer Court. Obviously, the Summer Court has blood rubies on Rhys, Feyre's and Amren's head. But they are still going in to help Tarquin, who's the High Lord of the Summer Court, to fight his battle and to help him. So I've literally left it that Mor and Feyre have just arrived at the battle. They've just arrived they've gone into their palace, because that's their sort of plan. Their focus is to help in there. While Rhys is out with Cassian and the Illyrian warriors, legions, fighting on the battlefields and like in the sea and in the sky and stuff. So that's where I've left it at the moment, and it is getting so good. Like, I really am hooked into this series. Like, I genuinely, hands down, did not think I was going to love this series as much as I did, because there was so much hype around it. I really had thought, like, I really tried to keep my hopes low, because I didn't want to be disappointed, but I'm really not being disappointed at all, and I am thoroughly enjoying it. And I do think that if you haven't read ACOTAR yet, do read it. I think the first one, yes, can be a little bit make it difficult to get into, because there is so much world building going on. But if you persevere and get through the first book and then go into the second book, that's where the plot really thickens, and all the relationships really start to grow and the characters really start to develop. And I think that's when you start to fall in love with the series. I think it is in the second book. So yeah, so I do still obviously highly recommend, if you haven't started reading it yet, to read it. But yeah, the vlog for the first book has literally just gone live on my channel, so if you haven't seen that, I recommend reading that. Go and watch that one first, because then you can follow me through as I read through all of them. But yeah, that is where I am up to. I'm going to read some more. Like, I really hope to get a good chunk done today. I've done sort of what I need to do today, so I've done Me and my mum have been to Bracknell. I've got some more books. I've done a restock on my website because I got sold out on so many genres, and I was like so surprised. I honestly, anybody who orders from my website, thank you so much. It honestly generally means so much to me. So yeah, thank you if you do, and if you haven't checked out my website yet, it will be linked down below, so do go check that out. But I've got my YouTube on, I've got this, and I'm just gonna chill out hopefully for the rest of the day and read, and then maybe do little bits in between if I just need a sort of a break, if I start getting a bit of headache, because I've just had to take my medication, so my head is starting to hurt a little bit. But yeah, I will update you guys again a bit later, hopefully when I've read some more, and if anything else interesting happens, and update you on how the battle goes and what else happens. It's so good, so good. Hey guys, so last I left you at, Mort and Feyre just arrived at the palace in the summer court to assist with the battle. So we've had the battle, they have won it, but it's obviously a lot of casualties. Rise was tracking down the source that was dampening their magic, and he led him to a ship, and on that ship was the King of Highburn, excuse me, and the King of Highburn was on there, and they've had this bit of like a back and forth, and Rise has tried to use what magic he has to, you know, get into his mind and get into him, but it turns out that the king's not actually there and it's just an illusion. So once the king's illusion has disappeared, they get their magic back, and that's that. Battle is practically over. It doesn't then end well between them and Tarquin, obviously because of everything that has happened, and them having the blood rubies on their head after they stole from him. They've then gone obviously back home and sort of brought the meeting forward between all the High Lords, and we've just had obviously Lucian is still off tracking this queen, and they've still been doing training and gathering what information that they can, and they've then met at, I want to say, is it the Dawn Court? I think it was, as like the neutral place for all the High Lords to meet, and they've all gathered, and Tamlin has even showed up, so a massive like rift has happened there, him back and forth, you know, hatred towards Freya and what they've done, and he's pretty much been left defenceless and trying to rebuild his court, and because of what Freya's done, it's left his court wide open for Highburn to come in and just take over. So he's then not happy about that, but obviously all that is tension anyway between all the High Lords and stuff, and Baron, who's Lucian's father, has just completely gone in and insulted like more and anything, and Feyre's like just lost control of her powers and just attacked him, and obviously their plan was to keep that part hidden and for no one to know that Feyre's got parts like gifts of their magic, and obviously that's let loose, and it's just caused like a massive like shockwave, and everyone's been on high alert and wondering. It's left, Baron's obviously left saying that he'll think about joining. After he's left, they've all like, sort of talked and discussed, and all the others have agreed to fight alongside them. Obviously it's tense, even Tamlin has agreed to fight alongside them, claiming that, you know, he's on their side and giving them information and stuff, obviously, but we don't know how reliable it is. So yeah, it's left with some of the wives even came to the meeting as well, and you know, Callis, I will say is his name, the Winter Court's High Lord. His wife is a friend of Moore's, and she stood up first saying that she was going to fight alongside, and that obviously persuaded her husband, and then obviously it's proceeded that the others have obviously agreed. They stay in the night at the Dawn Court, because Rice still wants to try and speak to some of them alone without Tamlin around, because obviously you don't know how much you can trust him. And they've had a thing with Helion's, it was the Decor Lord, I believe, if I remember rightly, who was putting on a bastard act, a prick act, you know, a bit like how Ryson does. And he's then come in all flirty and everything, and Nesta's become worried that something feels wrong and that they've got to leave, and the others have checked around, not found anything, so they still stayed, but obviously Nesta's still cautious that something's not right. And yeah, that's sort of where I'm at the moment. Now I'm going to do some more reading and hopefully give you guys another update before I go to bed, but yeah, I just want to see where I am. It's getting so interesting and so tense, and I'm generally loving seeing Favour and Rice's relationship grow and strengthen, and you know, the little conversations that they have through their bond and through their mind link. It's just so intriguing when you see what's happening and then the conversation that they're having, and it's all flirty and stuff like that, so it's interesting. But we have also just had a big shocker appear, and it turns out Helion's Lord and I saved Lucian's mother during the war when she was caught by some of the beasts of Highburn, and they actually had an affair on and off for decades, and obviously when Baron found out, he's obviously very abusive towards Lucian's mother, but it's clicked with Feyre by just looking at Helion and the things that have been said that he is actually Lucian's father, which means Lucian is actually the heir to the Dawn Decor, and not the Autumn Court. I had to remember what court it was then. Yeah, so that's really interesting to see, and obviously if Lucian actually knows, and when he comes back, to be interesting to see if they actually say anything. Also, I went to start reading again. The reason why I stopped is because my heart just broke, because they used the Harry Potter word always. That's how that chapter ended, using always, and my heart just like shattered. Anyone who knows me knows I'm a massive Harry Potter fan, so just reading that, it broke my heart. That's why I had to stop reading where I did, because I just thought I'd share that with you guys, that's why I stopped reading where I stopped, because of that. So I've just got to part 3 in ACOWAR, and oh my god, so what's happened since the last bit is now the next day after the meeting, they're going back up to discuss more, and not much happens, and then all of a sudden Nesta falls ill and is vomiting and all that, and they've like poison, and then 2 of laws that could healing have tested out, and there's no sign of poison, and she's like, it's not me, like there's nothing, it's not me. And it turns out the whole mountain and building shakes, and Highburn has gone and destroyed the wall. So the wall is now no more. So I'm like, oh my god. Okay. So they all agree to set their forces, we meet at this place, antidotes will be sent to protect them from the Faebane. They've gone back up to Valerius to prepare, and in this thing of preparing, they've decided that they're going to go to Elaine's fiance or ex-fiance to try and encourage him to take Innocence in to protect them, because his surroundings and that is quite strong. And Elaine's like, I'm gonna go glamour me so he doesn't know that I'm now Fae, or convince him. So everyone's going there, and I say everyone, not everyone, because I think Casey's gonna be with the Illyrian fighters, obviously preparing for that. They're just sorting this bit out. and obviously he's then got a protective nest to tell him what to do if anything should happen. So that was quite a cute scene, but he's just left. We come back. Favour has gone to Amryn for some help, and she's asked for the name of the creature that is down in the pit in the library, which is Bryaxis. Bryaxis? I don't know, I think I'm saying it. Yeah, Bryaxis. And she has gone and made another bargain with him on top of the one she already has. They've offered him freedom if he fights alongside them. He's like, I don't. That pit is his home, and he's happy there. All he wants is a window to see the sun, moon, and the stars, which I think is quite cute. It's quite cute. And they're like, fine, you can have that, but you have to fight for us. You have to kill the Highburn soldiers. And he's like, can I do whatever I want? She's like, yeah, as long as it's just them. So that bargain has now been made. So they've gone back to the townhouse ready to all disperse. Amryn is staying behind to wait to unleash the wards, holding Brax to where he is when they need him, and if they need him. So that's all in place. The others are all winnowed away to where they need to be, and she and Rise left behind the townhouse, and she's told him what she's done, which I think is nice that she's not kept it a secret and she's told him. So that is literally, they've just left it now with them winnowing off to the Illyrian war camps. That's literally where I've ended it, and I'm like, oh my god, there's still like there's so much left, and I'm like, is it gonna end on a cliffhanger before the little book, before God of Frost and Starlight, or is like something gonna be resolved? Is this war gonna still continue on into the next one, or what? So I'm still gonna keep reading. I'm not stopping it. I'm too intrigued now. As you can tell, I've moved positions. But yeah, I'm gonna read some more and then probably give you guys another update. But yeah, I thought it's a good place to update you guys. Was that just the start of part 3? Part 3, High Lady. Guys, my voice is breaking. I finished A Court of Things and Ruins, and my heart is broken. It made me so emotional at the end. I don't want to. I know I've like discussed things as I've been reading the book, but I don't want to say any more after where I've left it, because I don't want to. I want that to be a surprise for anyone. I want people to go into that last bit not knowing if they haven't read it, but then still chose to watch this video. But also I don't think I can put into words how much it's broken me. 5 stars. This book is a 5-star. This is my first 5-star of the year, and I'm glad to have given it to this book. This book ruined me. As it says in the title, it ruined me. It literally has destroyed me to pieces and made me so emotional, and I'm so happy with the ending. My heart. I generally have no words for this book anymore. I'm out of words. I love the characters. The writing is just beautiful, and yeah. I'm heartbroken. So, which is also in this video, is A Court of Frost and Starlight, which I'm going to be reading. I haven't started yet. It's only a little one. It's like 200 pages, which I should be able to read today. It's only 2:45 in the afternoon, so I should be able to hopefully read this today. I've taken a break from it though. I'm watching some YouTube. I got Just Ali. I absolutely love her. Haven't checked out Ali. Go check her out. She's amazing. She gave me book recommendations for another video, which is already live, so I'll leave that linked as well for you guys to go watch. But yeah, I'm gonna take a break. I've just had some lunch, just chilling. I'm just taking time to let my heart rebuild itself after this book. Hang on, put that book down. Rebuild my heart after this book. It literally has destroyed me, and I will go into this book a little bit later. But yeah, I'm broken. I'm a broken woman. but they're doing all the different point of views. So we've already had Feyre and Rise. There's Cassian. Every time Sarah J.Maas is Robert and she's like, it's normally towards the beginning or towards the end, she's done like a little glimpse into someone else's point of view. And I've always really enjoyed those moments, but to have them like so many in this one little book, I feel like it's going to break me even more. I don't think I'm prepared for this. But I'm going to keep going. I do think it's going to break me, and I just can't believe we're going to see all these different point of views. Feyre again. I'm not reading what it actually says, I'm just seeing Feyre. More again. Yeah. I'm going to see so many different point of views. Guys, I finished Court of Frost and Starlight, and my heart just breaks even more. This was the perfect companion novel for me. I'd give it 4 stars, by the way, but this is the perfect companion novel to see further character development, to get delve a little bit deeper into their stories. It was just really so beautiful, and to see all the different perspectives was just, it's what I needed. It broke me more, but it's what I needed. I don't know what else to say about it. I think I read the back of A Cut Wings Ruins, but I didn't read the back of this one, so I'll read the back of this one quickly. On the darkest night, the star still shines. Feyre's first winter solstice as High Lady is drawing near. With it will come a hard-earned rest from the work that she, Rysand, and their friends have done to rebuild the Night Court and the vastly changed world beyond. Yet the festive atmosphere can't keep shadows from looming. Even as her own heart heals, she finds that those dearest to her have wounds that go deeper than she knew, and the scars of the past will touch her court in times to come. This was just, like I said, it was like the perfect. I didn't really give it 5 stars, only because it is short, so I don't feel like there's enough to it to give it to a 5 stars, but it's definitely a 4 star, without a doubt. But yeah, I loved it. This series is now breaking my heart. I messaged my sister-in-law earlier because I said to recommend the series to her. I was like, you need to pick up this series as soon as possible. I was like, I'm a broken woman. So yeah. But I'm going to move on to the next book before I go to bed. So that is where I'm going to leave you guys in today's video. I am going to take up another vlog for the last book in the ACOTAR series so far that I have. I'm not sure. I think she's doing more. I'm not sure. I will have to have a look for sure. But yeah, that is it for this video. Let me know down below what you think of the series, if you've read it, which I'd like to think you have if you've watched this vlog, because otherwise there's a lot of spoilers in it. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, all the fun YouTube stuff, and I will catch you in the next video. I've got Criminal Minds on again, if you guys can tell. Don't forget to keep smiling, be kind, keep reading. Bye guys.
Wake up, really gonna rise with the sun. Step 2, get some good, some food in you. Step 3, you grow hard about what you wanna be. Step 4, everybody just do your thing.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up.